Okay, so I'll be honest guys, when I first saw this MMO Seal M, I was actually surprised. Like the graphics looks kinda troll at first. Imagine you got these weird cute characters. There's even a Dr. Pepper item. And if you will check the monsters in the open world, it looked like they came out of some random fan-made Roblox game. So honestly, my first impression, it didn't look like a serious MMO at all. But here's the thing, there's this saying, don't judge a book by its cover, right? And honestly, that's exactly what happened to me. Like the more I played it, the more interested I became, and the more I wanted to understand how this game really works, even up to the end game. So in this video, I'll be sharing the things that really stood out to me. There's definitely more to explore, but for now, these are the key highlights from my first real experience with this MMO. Okay, so guys, first thing I noticed is this button right here. So when you click this one, it literally says you are single now. So basically guys, in this game, you can find your soulmate if you want, or you can go to this solo message board. We can say directly looking for GF, let's level up together. Alright, so this is crazy guys. Let me delete this one first. And honestly, one thing I noticed lately, gaming is actually slowly becoming the new dating app for some people. And I'm not against on that. That's totally fine for me. It is what it is. But anyway, once you get a partner in game, you can do couple missions together. So this one's also nice. But here's another funny thing I saw guys. You will be surprised to this one. If you go into the settings, there's even a breakup option here. Like there's this mutual breakup, meaning both of you agreed. So that's kind of crazy for a game. And then there's actually more. There is this one-sided breakup. Like bro, this is super crazy and funny for an MMO game, right? Like imagine the drama with this system. And on top of that, there's also a mini game where you can play with your partner, which is kind of cool, but also dangerous for sure, especially for those who are already married. So if your wife or your husband is playing this MMO, guys, I recommend you to start playing this too with your partner. Just make it your bonding time together. Okay, so guys, the second thing I noticed in this game, and now we're getting into something more serious guys, is the server system. So I noticed that this game actually runs on a mega server setup, and for me that's actually a good sign, because if you played mobile MMOs before, you know there's a big difference between one big stable server and those games that keep opening new servers almost every week, like server 1, server 2, server 3, all the way to server 150, or worse, server 250. You know that vibe, right? Like when servers keep popping up non-stop, sometimes it feels like it intentionally designed to make players quit and move to the newest server and start spending all over again. But with fewer servers, the economy feels more stable, guild identity becomes stronger, the community feels more real. For example, Ragnarok and Eternal Lab, they mostly had one big server, and that structure made the community feel closer. That's actually one of the reasons I stayed in the game for more than a year. That's why one mega server is actually a big plus for me for MMO. But just to clarify guys, this is the older version of Seal M, not yet the cross-integrated version, so we don't fully know yet if they follow the same server setup when the new server launches, but hopefully they keep this structure. Because for long-term stability, server structure really matters. Now, to be fair, if you've been on this channel for a while, you probably heard me say before that I was completely against multiple servers. I used to be a strong believer in the one mega server setup, but right now I'm more in the middle. Like for me, it really depends on how the overall systems are designed. Like there are situations where multiple servers actually make sense, especially if the systems support it properly. For example, in Legend of Emir, they open new servers from time to time to accommodate new players. But the difference is they share a regional trade market across servers. So even if new servers are created, old servers are not completely isolated. Instead, new players can create demand in the share market, especially for farming materials, which means older players can still benefit in the economic side. So instead of killing the old server's economy, the system connects everyone through one bigger marketplace, and that's what makes multiple servers more acceptable for me. So the only problem for me with weekly servers is when weekly servers are being created with no long-term system behind them, because that is when it creates a cycle to a players, like players join a new server, spend early to rank up, then get overtaken by bigger spenders, so they quit and jump to the next fresh server again to try again and probably spend again. And that kind of loop is not really healthy long term. So here's something interesting for SealM. If SealM follows a 1 mega server setup, that means there will only be one ranking ladder, which makes competition very intense. But if they go with multiple servers and each server has its own ranking, that actually creates more earning opportunities for players. Because instead of one global leaderboard, you now have multiple competitive ladders, and that could allow more players to realistically compete and earn. So in a rank to earn system like the upcoming SealM, server design is not just about the community, it directly affects earning potential. Yeah, that's why for me, one big server is fine. Multiple server is also fine as long as the ranking is separate to each other. And the third thing I noticed is the design of the armors and weapons. Like here, as you can see, they're already shining. I'm just not 100% sure yet if that's because of upgrades or some other system. So I still need to play more and figure this out. But this is actually one thing I really like about classic MMOs before. It kind of flexes your achievement. Like in Run Online, if you had overarms gear, your character would glow, and when people saw you like that, people would literally stop and look at you, just enjoying how cool he looked. That's why for me, that kind of visual feedback is important, because when someone sees you shining in town, they know you work for it. So seeing that kind of design here, I actually like that. Okay, so the fourth thing I want to highlight in this first impression video is still related to what we were discussing earlier, the graphics, guys. And I'll be honest, I actually like it. But anyway guys, before I go deeper into this MMO, let me clarify something. I never played the classic Seal Online before, so everything I'm saying here is coming from the perspective of completely new player. So basically no nostalgia bias, just pure first time experience. So again, for the graphics, it's actually cute, it's colorful, it has that casual MMO vibe. And this game actually reminds me of Life Online or Rose Online. You know, those MMOs that are not dark or hardcore, but light and charming. And if you look at the skill animation, I honestly like them too. And this is actually one of the reasons why I want to level up more, so I can unlock more skills and see what the strongest skill look like in action. And speaking of skills guys, there's something in the skill system that I really want to highlight. So in this game, yes, you can craft materials to unlock systems, which is very common in many MMOs. But once you learn a skill, like this charge skill for example, you can actually customize it. Like you can add skill option where you can choose to increase the damage or reduce its cooldown. I know that this is a simple system, but I believe this one is very important for MMO because this actually allows player to experiment with their skills and adjust their build. So for a game that looks casual in its graphics and animations, this actually adds more room for experimentation. And I really like that feeling, you know, like seeing something I was not expecting. Now about the UI, I won't say I love it. I also won't say that I hate it. I'm somewhere in the middle again. And I'm saying this as a PC guy playing on an emulator. But the good thing right now is that it doesn't feel overly mobile, because some mobile MMOs actually have giant buttons and tiny gameplay screens on emulator. Well, it looks fine on a mobile phone but really terrible on PC. But this one, Seal M, it's not perfect, but the UI doesn't feel overwhelming either. Yeah, and I know guys, I'm a PC guy who keeps playing mobile MMOs. I don't even know why, that's just me. Or maybe it's because I actually started as a mobile MMO gamer like back then guys. I used to play Ragnarok M Eternal Lab on my phone while I was still working in a call center. So maybe that's why even after getting a PC, I still end up playing mobile MMOs. And another thing I want to highlight is the Shiltz Pass. So this one is important guys, especially for the earning side. So at first, it looks like a normal battle pass, but it's actually more than that. The daily and seasonal missions give ranking points, and that is based on the diagram they showed on their website. And the ranking is directly connected to Shiltz Crystal, and Shiltz Crystal can be converted into Shiltz X, which means this pass system, this battle pass, is directly connected to the earning mechanics in the future. And right now, the cost of this battle pass is actually not real money, but you can buy this using in-game currency. But I think when they release the cross version of this game, this will be converted into real money. That's what I believe. Okay, so now let's talk about the F2P side. And again, I'll be honest, I'm still new to this game. And nowadays, most of MMOs are not really designed to be purely F2P anymore. So instead of asking, is this game F2P, I think the better question will be, how big is the gap between F2P players and whales? Because remember, earnings are actually based on ranking, so that's one of the issues too. So if ranking becomes completely dominated by heavy spenders, then whole rank to earn idea might not feel fair to everybody. So for this system to survive long term, there needs to be a balance for that. Like if there are pay to win elements, hopefully there's some kind of limit or a skill ceiling that money alone cannot break. But right now, I'm still new to this game to fully judge this part. So I think we'll just dive deeper into this topic in future content. But overall guys, as a completely new player who never touched the classic Seal MMO before, I would say I'm actually interested in this game. And what makes it interesting for me is that you can feel the vibe of the game, that it's not trying to be the most hardcore MMO, but when you actually play it, it surprises you in many ways. And with the upcoming rank to earn system layered on top, it becomes even more interesting. So guys, let's just see what we'll experience once the cross version officially launches. But anyway guys, if you're also interested in this game, feel free to subscribe, because I'll be investing more time studying this game, testing the system, and doing deeper research before launch, so somehow we can already see the bigger picture of what Seal M really is before the play to earn version fully goes live. Alright, so guys, that's it for today, and see you in more MMO